I'm going to show you 3 incredible quick-hitting magic tricks that you can learn right now. You're going to learn 3 awesome sandwich effects. These are absolutely incredible, so let's take a quick look at a performance of these 3 effects. So for this trick, you want to have your spectator pick a card. Let's say in this case it's the 3 of spades, and we'll leave it right there in the middle of the deck. Now, they could have really went for any one of these cards. Truly, it doesn't matter. Any one is possible. But what's interesting is, even if they would have picked any one of these cards, this trick would actually still work, okay? All you have to do, snap your fingers over the deck, and when you spread it, incredibly, the 2 aces flip over, and they find 1 card. And it's not just any card, of course, it is that 3 of spades. Now we can take this to the next level, where you can see the moment that the magic happens. First, we'll take our ace of clubs, and we'll leave that somewhere in the middle of the deck. Then we will take our 3 of spades and leave that somewhere in the middle of the deck as well. Now finally, we have our last one, this ace of spades, and if you watch as I wave my hand over it, it actually is going to vanish somewhere into the middle of the deck. And that's interesting because if I just snap my fingers, spread the cards, you'll actually see that the aces have once again collected themselves around 1 card, and it is of course the 3 of spades. Now of course I'm going to take this trick up a notch once more. I have those 2 aces, and I'm going to clearly leave them with nothing in between on top of the deck. I'll take the 3, leave it down into the middle of the deck, and I'm going to grab those aces. You can see both of them over here. Now if I just find the exact spot where your card was and I cut to it, I should be able to flick it across in between those 2 aces and get exactly the 3 of spades to jump right across. What is good, guys? It is Reed, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we will be looking at 3 incredible sandwich routines to take your sandwich effects to the next level. If you would like any help with any of the moves here or anything else card magic or mentalism related, you can hit me up for a private lesson at the link in the description. Or if you guys would like to learn the best mentalism here on YouTube, including some of my best unpublished effects and over 200 mentalism routines, you can join my mentalism membership up here. I'm going to be doing something a little bit special on the channel just to thank you guys and all that. I know you guys love tutorials, so for the next 2 months we're going to be doing a tutorial extravaganza. We're going to be doing tutorials every single week. We're going to put all the other series on pause for 2 months, and I'm going to run through with new tutorials every single week just to switch things up for a little bit. And if you're missing some of those other series like Dear Magicians or How to Make Your Magic Better or Give Me a Breakdown, please leave me a comment and let me know so that I can be sure that I bring them back after our fun little tutorial jam. And now let's learn 3 incredible sandwich routines. Alright guys, so this is actually part 1 of me teaching my routine from the Sleight Off Season 2, Episode 2, the sandwich episode. So I had to accomplish a sandwich routine with a cover dribble pass, a triple lift, and a Cardini change. This is what I came up with, and these are some of the phases I use in that effect. A lot of times when I do these sleight off tutorial breakdowns, I change a lot about the routine in the sleight off to how I would actually do it today. This routine is pretty well constructed with some of the moves that it has, and there's not too much I would change about it. So in part 1, we're going to look at 3 incredible little routines and reveals and sort of sandwich effects that you can do. 3 little separate sandwich effects. I've kind of routined them into one, but you can use them all separately individually, and they're all great with unique little premises. And then in part 2, you're going to see 2 incredible sandwich routines that are really next level, that are completely unique and something you've probably never seen before. So let's start with the setup. You need a regular deck of cards, as with most of my magic, and you're going to need to take out the 2 aces and put them face up on the bottom of the deck. So your setup is the entire deck with the 2 aces face down. As an optional intro to this effect, you can casually spread through and kind of call attention to the fact that all the cards are face down, and then do this nice subtlety where you show the last card and flip it as if to show that there's none after it. How you do that is you're going to cull. So as you go through the deck, as you're spreading, you're going to cull 1 ace and then cull the other ace on top of it. And now you can continue to spread and hold those aces hidden underneath the spread to reveal all the cards are face down. So if you don't know how to perform a cull, I'll link that up above. Make sure you go check out that tutorial. Now we're going to have a card selected and controlled by your spectator, and how I do that is with the bluff dribble shift. It works really well with this routine, so you're going to leave a small block of cards to hide the aces, and then you're going to dribble. And when they call stop, You're gonna push off the card they stop at. Normally you'd turn this hand face up and get this under your finger like this, but in this case you don't want to reveal those aces, so you'll actually push off and just turn this hand face down and grab the card like this. I've taught this control in detail on the channel. I'll just cover it quickly here, but if you want to learn this control, you can learn it up here. Once you get this card, you're going to draw attention to it as you bring the deck back and drop everything except one card. Right? So you come back and you drop off this packet except for one card. So now you're in this position, and it looks like you're still holding on to the whole packet. Now you're going to use this single card to turn this card over, and as you do this turning motion, your hand's going to come over top, and you're going to use your thumb to kick up those cards again and grab them and then dribble as if pretending to leave that card in the middle, and you've actually left it second from top. So again, card selected, rotate and grab it, drop the packet so you're down to one card, turn this card over as you do this. And now it's important you don't do it from this angle. You're gonna wanna turn your body and keep it hidden out of view like this. And now you can say, look, we'll leave your card, and I like to point and draw attention. Look, we'll leave your card down in the middle of the deck. And now it seems truly lost. Then you're gonna casually spread over and say, look, you could have had any one of these. You're gonna grab the first one, grab the second one, and reverse spread it. Once you grab the second card, you're gonna reverse spread it, and then apply pressure with your left hand spread to the card on top to create a gap. And when you create a gap and apply pressure upwards, this card is going to be able to fall underneath into sort of a cull position. So that happens quickly. So you could have taken any one of these cards, literally any one, and in that motion I get the card underneath. Now I spread a little bit, and once it gets comfortable, as I begin to close the spread, I'm going to extend the fingers and cull off one of those aces, just one. And when I cull that ace, then I let everything fall, and I'm going to simply square up the spread. And if you do that right, that will sandwich your card between the two aces. So if I show you how that looks kind of normally, you're going through, and then I'm going to pull one when I'm closing the spread. So now I have an ace on the bottom followed by the selection, and if I just now close up everything, it's going to sandwich the selection between those two face-up aces. Now I just need to get them into the middle of the deck. I'm going to perform a turnover pass, which I have also taught up here, and you can learn in detail. But essentially, I'm going to just pass the deck as I turn over everything. So you're going to lift up half the cards anywhere and bring it forward while sliding this packet backwards. And as you slide this back, you're going to flip it to the side so it clears the deck. This is hidden under the hand, so now you're in this position, and then you're going to begin to turn this packet over, aligning it with this packet. Okay? So you come here, turning it, and you align everything as you turn the deck over. And if you do that right, it should just look like you flipped the deck over. That's going to sandwich those cards in the middle of the deck, and as a justification for turning the cards over, I'll then say, look, again, you could have picked any card, and then I'll just flip them face down like that, and the work has been done. Now, if I just wave my hand over the deck and snap, you can spread the cards. You can even have the spectator spread the cards, and they'll find their sandwich card between those two aces. Now, what I love about this effect, it's quick, direct, and it's not like a lot of sandwich routines that you see where you bring the aces in play originally. It's a great start to a sandwich routine because it magically brings the aces in play, and it's a little bit unique. For the second phase, this one is pretty neat. What you're going to do then is pick up the cards and place it back between the sandwich, setting everything on the face-up portion of the deck. Now you'll take your first ace from the back, and now you can flip it as it goes into the deck. If you take it from the front and put it in, it's going to be the wrong way. So you want to take it from the back so that it naturally flips and goes into the deck face down. So the first ace goes into the deck face down. And again, when you set everything on top, you want the aces face up with the selection face down. So you grab the ace and you put it face down. Now you're going to control it to the bottom. So what I did here is I did a straddle pass. So I put the card through and I straddle it to the bottom as I dribble everything on top. I've also taught the straddle pass in a ton of detail up here if you'd like to learn it, but you can use any control that allows you to place a card into the middle and get it to the bottom. You could use the DPS or anything like that. So you're going to push the card through and control it to the bottom. So there I've controlled it to the bottom. Then again, you take the selection from the back, and this time it goes face up into the deck, and you say we'll leave that in the middle, losing it somewhere as well. And again, I just did a straddle pass. So now I have ace and then 5 on the bottom. Now I'm going to do a Cardini change. So I'm going to get a break with the thumb and use the pinky to pull the card down and around underneath the deck. And all you do is get it to that position, which will be hidden under the hand. And then you can come underneath and square up everything on the bottom. And I kind of wave my hand, and then I bring the hand, and you want it to cover this edge. So I come here and I open, and I kind of snap like this as I pull. And it's gonna, together that is gonna do that. And I can get it now underneath, and I just square up everything. So again, you do like that, and you can kind of hide it and square everything up. And now again, you'll have the aces sandwiching the card at the bottom. So in this case, you'll do another turnover pass, flipping over the deck, and you can instantly spread this time to reveal the aces have once again sandwiched your card. Now for this third phase, I gotta give credit to Jason Maher, Magician. This is his incredible sort of walk around sandwich routine that I thought fit very well when I was doing the sleight off. So I'll teach it very briefly. He's taught it over on his channel. I highly recommend you go check it out. I will link his channel in the description. This is a bit of a knacky one, but it is a lot of fun. You're gonna start with the 2 aces on top, and this time I like to really clearly show and milk that there's nothing going in between the aces. You're gonna take the card and perform the Victoria control, or the Cascade control, where you angle jog the card down into the deck. If you guys would like me to teach the Victoria control in a tutorial in more detail, please let me know in the comments below. You're gonna use your pinky to clip this card and clip it and pull it out of the deck. And then you're gonna perform a cascade until you get to the last card and let the cards fall in that V that you create. So if you see from this angle, you'll see what I'm talking about. When you pull the card out, it's gonna create a V with the selection and the rest of the deck, and the cards go in there all the way until the moment where you drop that last ace. When you drop the last ace and you have 1 ace in your hand, you close up and drop the final ace, placing the card in between the aces. So at speed, it looks like this, and you get the card sandwiched in between the aces. Now you're gonna pick up those 3, displaying them as 1, and grab them from the non-pipped corners with your middle finger and thumb, and use your index finger to rotate everything through. So now your index finger's underneath. Now you're gonna readjust the grip. So you have your ring finger and middle finger on the bottom near the middle with the thumb on top. So you're gonna adjust from here and just re-grip everything so it looks like this, and you'll bow it inwards. Then you'll use your index finger and middle finger to help pull off this back ace, and then you're gonna flip the concavity. So instead of it being this way, you're gonna use your fingers to push them outwards, and you're gonna let it spring off the ring finger while catching it between these 2 back fingers and the thumb. Okay, so you've caught it like that. Grab them from the non-pip corners, flip everything, okay? Adjust the grip, so you have thumb, ring, middle. Push everything so it's inwards. Pull with the index and middle finger to get that ace split, and then let everything pop off the thumb while you catch it between those 2, and that'll keep your double concealed. Now you're gonna do a one-handed Charlier cut. Push up with the thumb, up with the index, and down and around. Kick the card back with your thumb, and hold it right at the eye line of the spectator. You don't wanna hold it down like this, you wanna hold it so the top of the deck is out of view, only the card is in view, and it's kind of at their eye line. You want everything to align. That's what's gonna give the illusion really, really nice. It has to kind of align. It can't be like this. You know, it's gonna look weird. And now all you're doing is you're flicking this card down onto the deck as you kind of gesture to throw it. So kind of tilt the wrist. And then you're gonna use the middle finger to push out that card. You're gonna just push it out from behind the aces. And when that's all combined, it looks like it's shot over here, and you can easily reveal that card has been sandwiched between the aces. Now make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you don't miss part 2, where I teach 2 next level methods of a sandwich routine and the rest of the sleight off sandwich routine tutorial, because it's not done and it only gets better from here in those final phases. Now if you guys would like to level up another classic of magic, your ambitious card routine, you can check out here 5 unique ACR routines, including one where you slap the card through the deck. I hope you guys love this video. If you'd like to hit me up for a private lesson, you can at the link below. The best way to learn magic. And if you'd like some of the best mentalism here on YouTube, go join my mentalism membership, link in the description. And with all that said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.